wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Past the first down marker and still running. Touchdown, South Carolina! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They're going to run it to the right. Breaks the tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 40. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great job by the back on the option.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. pulls it, fired complete. Across the 45. There he goes. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got to...
There he goes! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plan.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll run it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on this.
It's picked off. You don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Trying to take it back at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Avant. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On target to the left. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Already find a hole in that secondary. Running free. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Missouri wants to go fast. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He'll field the punt. Makes a move. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll immediately call timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
And this defense has to find more plays. Man, they've given up some big plays, and they haven't played well so far. They've dug themselves a hole. They need some more of these. They need some more stops. Playing the football in the air a little bit better. Don't give up the big plays. Maybe force a few turnovers. This defense has got to get their offensive spark.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. Blasted as he lets it go. Got him and nobody's close. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. The extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know.
Handoff to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll get it away and wisely kick it toward the sideline. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. From the gun, running back on the move. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. And the Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. At the 35, he's loose. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on second down. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looks it in at the 40. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Look out, he's got room. And they're able to get him down. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Got his man downfield. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Using the quick game. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it on the outside. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. They're going back to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have...
Turning it on! Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. First down, 10 yards to go. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's in open space downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. There he goes. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Hard running there. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. On the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals.